Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's go. So we start off where they left off last week in this little patch of dirt here, where they're supposed to be building a house. Um, Instead of Martel going on to the house to pack, he has a lot of energy for Marsha, right? But I will agree with him. With all the things that Marsha is doing, he should show a little respect to Mel and Martell because they are the reason that he's on this platform that he keeps talking about. Then we get to Letitia and the girls. They are packing their 20 packages. She's at 175. I only saw her with like 15 envelopes. I doubt if she had bought any more. Then Marsha comes in. Now, I know he's not going to be over here packing hair products the way he talked about Courtney packing up Canvas beauty products, right? But he comes in and he's a Debbie Downer. Like, he is such a lady. Now, when Marsha comes in, then Tisha tells the girls to go take a break so she can talk to Marsha. They should have gone in the other room because honestly, when he was talking to her about like what's really going on, he was telling her right. Because the girls, did they even pack an envelope? And now they're on a break? Like Tisha's gonna have to kind of be a little bit more stern with these girls because it will be her packing up these 20 packages. Y'all, I'm tired of this Espo. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know how much more I can handle. But clearly Marsha's feelings were hurt when Stormy didn't speak or hug him, right? But I was glad to see that Tisha and Stormy had a conversation. And I was glad to see Tisha tell Stormy, don't call my husband out his name again. Stormy said she's going to try. But honestly, I would have had to get at Stormy right where she started. But Tisha said she likes Stormy. So does that mean she's giving Stormy a pass? And even though Stormy said she was going to work on it, she asked Tisha, how can she settle Marsha down when he becomes a little sassy? Tisha didn't catch that. Like usual. So Kimmy's friend Andrea comes over, and this is what I like about the show. I like when they have someone who's not on the cast to show a different light of them. But the thing is, Kimmy's sitting here talking about having relations with Maurice, right? Once again, this is what she's worried about. With everything Kimmy has gone through, she is still worried about not having a libido for her husband, who thinks that this is a mental situation. So she bought Kimmy some toys or whatever, and she said they may need to seek therapy, and Kimmy is for it. But she said that Maurice is, how did she say it? Maurice, it's hard for him to take someone else's suggestions. I'm paraphrasing because Maurice seems like he knows everything. She also told Kimmy about like taking boudoir photos, and she said that she wanted to be, Kimmy said it'll be for him. And Andrea said that she had done that too, but it was for herself. I've done it as well, and it is definitely empowering, and you definitely should try it. It's just so hard to watch Kimmy like try to do everything instead of taking care of herself the way Maurice wants himself to be taken care of. I really hate that. And that little clip they showed from season 1 when they went to counseling, they're still talking about the same thing from season 1. She never got on top of that, and it's going to get worse. So Tisha and Marsha are shooting their promo for Bet on Black. Now y'all know this never happened, right? And it was supposed to be an event given for children never to be homeless. I'm paraphrasing. And I remember Tisha said something about T Squad make donations or whatever. And I want to say, Here for High Tea let us know that it was $150. When Tisha was taking up most of the talking points, that wasn't good. And y'all, they look so unhappy. Like, I would think you would have to look a little bit more happier if you want people to come to your Bet on Black night that didn't happen. Let's keep going. So now Marsha has made it over to Martel's house. Now what needs to be happening is Marsha needs to be helping Martel pack up this sectional instead of talking about Mayo and all of her endeavors, right? But then the phone rings and it's Chris Fletcher, and he is outside telling Martel he's about to put a for sale sign in the yard. And I'm telling you what's so aggravating. Martel knows that he has to get out of this house. Fletcher knows that he needs to get out of his house, but he's talking about, I'm not going to get out till I have somewhere to go. I thought he told us last week that he had somewhere to go. This is very aggravating. They all three need to be packing up. So Fletcher talks about how Marsha and Tisha had gone out with him and Nell, and they were talking about really male selling T-shirts. It's funny how she stays on all of their minds like that. And so Martel came to her defense, and he said how she should have been able to speak because that is what she does, because she is a good speaker. I agree with Marsha when they got into it a little bit, and he said, I was not going to pay you to speak because you don't talk about your failures. Because when he brought it up, he was like, really, me and Mel, we were very successful. So we all know where the success had come from, and we know it was not from him. It's also embarrassing on the show that a grown man has come to put another grown man out of his house. That is real crazy. Martel, you need to get it together. You really need to get it together. Now, when it got heated between Martel and Marsha, I am on Marsha's side, and I believe him over Martel. Because whenever Martel makes this face and starts stuttering, he's lying, right? Marsha let us know that the Scout account was negative. And then when he said, let me tell you something, Marsha shut it down when he said, have I ever loaned you money? That look, that face, it told us everything we needed to know. Everything. And on a preview, I think, did Marsha say he owed him $3,500? He knows he's not getting that back. Martel not going to go too far from Marsha because Martel may need another loan here soon. He may need a loan for this moving truck, and he definitely probably going to need a loan because what they need now, the first 6 months of a paycheck, he going to definitely need a loan trying to get somewhere new to stay. Yeah, it was Martel saying, before I go on, that if it wasn't for him and Mel, Marsha would still be managing that movie theater. A movie theater? Can you imagine? I would be so outdone. So we get to Kiki and Mel. So glad that Kiki looks like she's feeling better. She says she's feeling better. She looks good. So Mel starts bringing up the Espo, right? And she was like, oh, yeah, I heard that Marsha had said something about $100. And Kiki said that before Marsha was famous, he was a different person. I'm sure he was a different person. If he was the manager of the movie theater, I'm sure that was very humbling for him. Then Kiki was talking to Mel, and she was telling her that there's 2 ladies along with Marsha who had a little rendezvous, allegedly, right? But I don't think the name that was bleeped out was the lady who they're saying on the internet is. And it's Jasmine, and I think she's Tisha's stylist. I don't think she's one of those people. I'm just going to go out and say I feel like she's not one of those people. But we'll see. I'll let y'all know if she is. But I can't wait till next week. I cannot wait till next week. It's your girl, Millie Chun, and I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.